Hi guys, Joshua Reactions, and this video I'm going to react to episode 10 of season 2 of Once Upon a Time. Let's get into it. That little tune! Is that his theme or something?
You might want to rethink this.
We had a deal. Get out of my way.
Believe it or not, I'm doing you a favor.
By preventing my vengeance?
Ask yourself how I'm doing that.
Because there is magic! There's magic in this
By
world.
using the dark magic.
It's a fine vessel you got there. When did you get in?
What vessel?
Why, that one, right? You some kind of magician back in our land?
What did you do with my ship?
I hid it.
I hope he
from
doesn't have a
prying
family.
eyes.
What
Ooh!
are you thinking?
It's good to be back.
Yeah? What are you really thinking?
28 years is too long. Just wait for two.
Hey, guess
Oh
what?
god!
Tacos are on sale.
Oh
Family
god!
tacos, not a big item in the enchanted.
What are you guys still doing in bed? You know what? I'm gonna go make some tacos.
It's impressive that we can still provide her with a few traumatic childhood memories at this stage of the game.
I offer you parley to negotiate the terms of your surrender.
My surrender. Fair enough. My terms are quite simple. Your death.
We knew you couldn't resist going after Snow. And now, because of your bloodlust, the kingdom is ours.
Mary Margaret and I, we have a saying that we will always find each other.
Mm-hmm.
And while I believe that with all my heart, I'd like you all to raise your glasses and join me when I say, here's to not having to look for a while. Mary Margaret and Emma.
Sorry, I'm late.
What is she doing?
Is it a little bit too
I
soon?
invited
Oh, you invite her?
Oh, I made lasagna.
What's the secret ingredient? Poison?
Red pepper flakes. Gives you some kick.
Oh, okay. He actually eats it?
Maybe you'd consider letting him stay over sometime. I have his room just waiting for him. I'm not sure that's best. Because you know so much about parenting in the 5 minutes you've been with him.
Ah, here we go.
Talk to David. At least he took care of him while you were away, like I did during the 10 years you were away the
Here we
first
go.
time. No, wait, I'm sorry.
Well, is she broken?
Not yet.
I said nothing specific. I would never betray the doctor-patient confidentiality.
Doctor? Doctor. Need I remind you got your PhD from a curse? Hey! Is everything okay
Come
here?
on.
Private conversation. Go take yourself for a walk.
You stopped me from killing her once. Took an arrow to save her. Why is this different?
I took that arrow to save your life, not hers. That was an assassination. This is an execution. If we don't stop her now, there's no telling what she'll live to do.
Regina, is there something?
That's not Regina. So, you were because it's Cora. He's not dead, right?
Archie?
No.
Archie?
No.
What is it? Archie. No. Who would do this? I think I know.
Show them you can change. They will spare you. Just give them a reason. I beg of you.
Oh, it's now against the law to get into an argument with someone?
It is if you go to their office later that night and kill them.
Archie's dead.
Stop it, Regina. Ruby saw you going into his office last night.
Then she's lying. I was home all evening.
She's incapable of change no matter how many times we've given her the chance. Why should this time be any different?
I want you all to know what I feel. And that is regret.
Regret that I was not able to cause more pain.
Well,
Inflict more
she's be honest
misery.
at least.
I regret that I was not able to kill Snow White.
Fire!
Stop!
Snow!
This is not the way.
With all due respect, you don't know her like we do.
Maybe that's the problem. I know in your kingdom she was the evil queen, but here she's Regina. And I'm still the sheriff, and I say she's innocent until proven guilty.
Emma,
We let her go, and then we find the truth.
Emma's a lot more like her mom than her father.
I knew her when she was good. She saved my life when I was a little girl.
that was years ago.
She changed before. Why can't she change back?
You can't be serious. You want to rehabilitate the queen.
Maybe showing her mercy is the first step.
If you think this is the right thing to do, then it's what we shall do. But know that your path is one that we cannot come back from either.
Maybe you need someone to show you if it is possible.
What do you mean?
Simple. I provide you with a test to help determine whether the queen can truly change.
Why would I trust you when I know you want the queen dead? You never make a deal without a price.
Maybe I just want her alive.
Regina's file. It's empty.
Regina had a fight with Archie. Ruby saw her
She has
outside
fights
last
with so
night. Now her
many
file is empty.
people.
That's
It's not like the whole town is
a lot of
empty.
evidence.
It's usually hard to find evidence. But this has been way too easy. Unless someone wants us to find evidence.
So you think she was framed?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that happened in this town.
But he's very good at
Nothing
planning, so
warms
you
the heart
wouldn't
more
even
than a
think
family
of him
reunited.
if he would have
You
would
have
be the
your
one who
mother's
done
chins.
does all this.
We know that you killed him.
Whew, that was a
And your
lot.
father's tact.
Someone's dead? Dr. Hopper.
Why on earth would you think I had anything to do with that?
Because all the evidence points to Regina. And she's not possibly capable of doing something so vile.
It won't allow us to communicate, but it will allow us to extract his memories.
Extract.
You don't have to worry, he won't feel a thing.
Why should we trust you? Couldn't you just as easily use magic to fool us?
Because I'm not going to be the one using magic. You are.
Me. Can't.
Yes, you can.
Believe, have faith. Quick study.
Emma, you're doing it.
How fast is she?
Regina.
But it's not really her though.
Goodbye, Snow White.
Uh-oh! But... Oh.
That's impossible.
No, that's magic.
And this time, it wasn't thanks to fairies.
Regina, you are banished. Banished to live alone with your misery.
As long as you're alive in this world, you can't hurt us.
You saved my life once. And now I've saved yours. So we're even. And if you ever try to hurt anyone in my kingdom again, I will kill you.
I want to see him. He deserves to hear my side of the story. He's my son! He's not! He's mine! And after this, you're not getting anywhere near him. Do it!
Well, fab.
Do you really think that would work again? There's no way Henry will swallow your lies about Archie now. You can pretend all you want, but we know how you are. And who you will always be.
No.
What if I revert? Regina did.
You're not going to. And the Emma I know was great with Henry.
I was his parent for 5 minutes.
And I was yours for 5 minutes too, but things are different now for all of us.
Is Henry even on the bus? Hasn't Regina,
We
like,
don't have to go through any of it alone.
snatched him?
We're family.
The deal I made was explicit. You can never harm them in this land. No way to bring them to another land. Told you I was your friend.
Someone who can help us determine his weaknesses here. can't you, Dr. Hopper?
What? Wait, you
No, without
didn't
saying
kill
who
him?
did you kill?
How do I know? It's my first day in town.
At least he isn't dead, even though he's gonna be tortured. A lot. Okay, a second, please. Well, that was episode 10 of season 2. Once again, a very good episode. And again, we're focusing a lot on Regina, but not just Regina, but also how other characters are, I guess, dealing with Regina. Or to be more specific, whether or not they are willing to give Regina yet again another chance. And kind of questioning me, like, how many new chances can you give people, especially in the special case Regina, who again has done a lot of horrible things, and who made it clear for a very long time, from time to time again, that you know, as before, that she was about to get executed, that she didn't regret what she was doing, and that she was actually willing, well, wanted or wishing that she could even cause more pain to a lot of people, specifically Snow. She always wanted to get rid of Snow. She always wanted to take her revenge. Even when Snow went as far as seemingly letting her go, you know, opening her jail cell and telling her that Regina wasn't always the way that she was. She wasn't always evil. There was good in her. The Regina that saved her, you know, from when she was riding the horse. That Regina cared for people, that Regina seemed to have well, I guess a big heart. She was willing to I guess save that Regina, just as that Regina saved her. But as we saw, Regina took that opportunity to try to kill Snow by stabbing her, but fortunately Snow was under the influence of a spell, and by the spell you can't harm them in that land. But of course Regina can hurt them here in Storybrooke. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of conflicted this episode, man, because the thing is, I totally understand why they would be convinced that Regina was the one who killed Archie, who luckily isn't killed yet once again. Amen. So the thing is, I can't be mad, but I also get that I was getting annoyed. I was like, no, she didn't do it, even though, I mean, it's not like they know that Cora is here. If Cora was in this world, then I would be annoyed and be like, you know that she can shapeshift. We've seen it before. Please see there's a possibility. But they don't know she's here. Why would they even think that she's here, including Hook? So why am I getting annoyed? But still, it just really broke my heart that Regina is trying. She's honestly trying to do good. You know, to stop with her, I guess, her old habits. And even though that she didn't do anything, people still think she did, telling her that she hasn't changed, she won't ever change, and to go even as far as immediately after Henry is going off the school bus, telling him that his mom Regina, to Emma isn't his mom, you know, killed Archie. She did it, so she didn't change. Yay, your mom was a murderer. Plus, now that I think of it, Emma telling Regina, like, you're not his mother, I'm his mother. Yeah, I definitely don't agree. I see them both as the mom of Henry. I really don't think Emma is just the mom because she's like the biological mom, but I also don't think that she isn't Henry's mom because of her, the things that she went through, because she wasn't there for Henry, for the I guess, all this time up to, like, how long are they even here? It's not because she wasn't there for Henry at the time, and now that she is here, that she can't be his mom anymore. So I see the both of them as Henry's moms, and that really felt like a big slap when Emma pulled that card again, like, I'm his mom and you're not. I don't know, man. It's hard. Like, it's easier when it's very clearly that one character is in the wrong, and I can just root for the character who's definitely not in the wrong. But in this case, it's just complicated. You know, of course, I never went to things like the characters are going through here. You know, my life is really not that interesting. But there have been some, I guess, way simpler conflicts where I myself, I'm not really that willing to forgive people or give people a second chance. And when I used to be in again, I guess boarding school, but not really boarding school, but I don't know a better English word. For the people who speak Dutch, internaat. Misschien weet jij een beter Engels woord ervoor, ik heb geen idee. But anyway, when I was on boarding school, I remember that there was a certain boy that me and my best friend at the time had a crush on. It was even more complicated than that, but maybe for another day. But anyways, he constantly was setting us up to each other, trying to make us fight over him over and over again. And at a certain point, we were done with this bullshit. Like, this is when we were like only, I guess maybe only 9. It's so ridiculous. But anyways, I remember that at a certain point we were done with this bullshit. We were both teaming up, letting him know what a piece of he was, and a certain teacher decided that we were the ones who needed to be punished. And when I explained her that all this time he was using the fact that we had a crush on him, to make us fight with each other, and getting joy into that, or whatever was wrong with that little kid. And I was sick of it, and I don't want to forgive him for that. And she wanted to force me to forgive him, and I really didn't want that. And I know that's totally not the same as here, but I remember that she was very angry at me and said that how can you even say things like that you're done and that you don't want to forgive him? How many times do you think that Jesus forgave people because it was a Catholic boarding school? And I was sitting there like all angry, like how, like she's giving me the Jesus talk that I should be able to forgive everyone at any time, whatever they've done. And I gave her so many examples, like what if he's done something like this, I still have to forgive them. I had to sit there for a very long time because she wouldn't let me or my best friend go until we would literally tell him that we forgave him for what he has done. I know it's a very stupid story. I hope you kind of understand what I was trying to say. But my point is, I know that's a very silly argument, and it's totally not similar to what's going here, to what is going on here. But it is something that I'm always interested in, like how many times can you forgive someone? How many times can you give someone a new chance? Are you not a good person if you have a certain limit, or do you always have to be willing to kind of give people the benefit of the doubt? Because as we've seen, Snow White was willing to give Vegeta the benefit of the doubt, but luckily with taking precautions. And she found out that no, at that point, she definitely wasn't willing to change, and she and Charming banished her. But now, as we see, Regina is in fact taking it seriously and is in fact willing to change, and that is definitely because of Henry. It's because she does have someone now that she cares about, that she loves, that is that important to her. If Henry wasn't there, she definitely wouldn't have changed. It is because of Henry, and the show has made that very clear. So I don't know, how would we have felt about Snow and Charming if they would have killed Regina, knowing that Regina could have changed? I don't know. I'm kind of a mess. Maybe you somehow see a point of what I'm trying to say. I'm just really curious to what you think and how forgiving you are, I guess. Maybe too much of a Scorpio. But the redemption itself is also something that, in my opinion, you're never done with. If you have certain storylines or show where characters to redeem, we're not talking about every single thing you can do wrong, but in this case, it's pretty extreme. I do think that you're never done with redeeming yourself, just as like with Xena and Angel. The path of redemption is kind of infinite. You're never done. You're always trying to make up for what you've done. So I do like it that so far Regina is being challenged, and it does say a lot about her that even now I assumed that she would try to kidnap Henry. She didn't. She just sat there in the car getting her heart ripped out, seeing how Emma was telling those things to Henry, knowing that she didn't do it. But she sat in the car. She didn't take any action. She didn't try to do some kind of magic. Didn't try to, I don't know, do a sneak attack and take them out. Of course, I'm not sure what she's going to do next episode. But for this episode, I'm like, okay, again, a testament to how much she's already changed. But who knows how I feel about next episode. Archie, that really took me by surprise, and it was not a fun surprise when he got killed. I didn't even know what to say, but again, I'm very relieved that he isn't dead. Very released. Relieved. Hopefully they will keep it that way. You know, and Cora, I can't stand her guts, but I can't deny that she's a good villain. She is generally terrifying. The actress they picked as well, good, and her, I guess the duo of her and Hook works quite nicely. But man, I can't wait for her to be gone. So yeah, I don't know. There were a lot of interesting things. That's definitely an episode that I mean, there are more episodes, but this is definitely one of the episodes on my rewatch list that I would want to rewatch and kind of think about more, and I guess compare it to my silly, to my silly stories of me being a little kid having drama that I thought like was everything in the world, but isn't really anything at all. So yeah, maybe I should just stop here. But very good episode, and looking forward to the next one. Bye.